Hey guys, Clumsy here, and we are back. Sorry for the long delay. Having problems with my webcam. I think you can see me now, right? Hopefully. Yeah, I think. Should be a bit brighter as well. I had to reinstall the drivers and everything because Windows Update screwed it up. And so OBS was not picking it up. Anyway. There we go. Good morning, everybody. Wow, 20 minutes late. That's new. Thank you for joining, everyone. Thanks for waiting. Tom, I see you. Palaverissimo. Welcome back. Scotsman was first, though. How's everyone doing? AJ. Thanks, man. Thanks for holding down the fort. Alex, long time no see. How have you been? Hey, NL, glad you made it. Scripts, how are you? Glad you made it today. Thank you, guys. Is it a bit bright? Let me know if something looks weird in the webcam, and we can adjust it later on. So today we will be checking out ETS2 because yesterday 1.39 public beta got released, and we'll check out, of course, the vanilla versions. Not going to be any mods for today. Doesn't happen often, but we do get these times right before a new update kicks in. We go back to our roots. And what just happened there? We're back. Oh my goodness, that looks scary. Why does that? Oh my goodness, technology is messing with me today. Alright. New Train Sim World DLC came out. Have you bought it yet? Have you bought it yet? That's the main question. Amsterdam. So yes, as you can see, the launch pad looks very different. Entirely new launch pad. If you've seen the ATS beta, then yes, it is quite similar to that concept. I heard something. Ah, Patrick. 10 months. Long time no see as well. Fancy meeting you here. How are you, man? Did you enjoy the raft gameplay? Thanks to Jack over there, yar. I saved Jack. Guys, imagine. Actually did something. You pre-ordered it last week. Nice. That would go very well with your new PC. Congrats, man. Enjoy it. So yeah, if you look at our default, our main profile here, we have actually 137 mods enabled, mods in use for it. I didn't even know we were using that many. I knew that there was a long list, but didn't imagine it going like that. Yeah, for today though, we are going vanilla, so 0 mods. That's going to be how it looks like. What do you guys think will come? I think Eurocoach Sim will be the one they'll be releasing. That's why they have this launch pad. I'm hoping for a full MP, an official MP, but I don't know. In my opinion, it's going to be the Eurocoach Sim. Didn't he, Alex? I didn't want to. Yeah, I was enjoying discovering the hotels and everything. Eurocoach is a long time rumor. People were speculating that it was coming out anytime soon for the past, I don't know, 5 years or so. Because the SCS has been hinting at it. They've been adding bus stops and everything. So it's basically like instead of driving a truck, you drive a coach bus. But you drive in the same map, but you take passengers instead of cargo, things like that. That is the hope, but we have not really gotten any official news about it. I think the best they've said is they were working on it, but I don't think there were any timelines or details included. So where are we right now? Alright. I don't think there's anything new in the map except for Calais. The actual place. Well, why is that cutting off? That might be a bug in the beta. This area has been rebuilt, but I don't think the Eurotunnel has been changed based on the screenshots from other players, from other testers. Hoping more for official. I'm hoping for official FP as well. I would like that more. Although I think it would be more realistic for the coach sim, but that's just my guess. I'm hoping I'm wrong. That's true. Although that's a good point, NL. Maybe MP is more realistic because it's still in line with the truck. With coach, they will have to get more coordination again with different bus manufacturers, and that's an entire new licensing aspect. I think MP might be more feasible in that sense. Yeah, that's a good point. So guys, since this is vanilla, based on the inputs I've been scouring the forums to check on how the update is. I don't think there has been an update in the sound department, unfortunately. So which truck should we choose? I have a Scania S, a DAF XF, or an MA NTGX06. Let's try the Scania, the next gen Scania first. Let's give it a chance. But what I'd really like to test here are the new low loaders, low beds. What is the difference? These are the two new types of trailers, the low bed and the low loader. What is the difference? The low loader seems familiar. This is like the same trailer that we can buy in Farm Sim. We've had a lot of fun with these detachable parts. The low bed is more like a flatbed but a bit lower. A low loader is really low. I don't know. Yes, that's the technical description for it. We're going to explore the Iberia hidden areas. Are there? When I looked at the forums, they've been reporting crashes when exploring the southern area, like near southern area of France, I think. And a lot of people were disappointed because there were not a lot of new areas yet. But I'm not sure. Have you seen any reports that there were actually? Or should we just discover it and look for it on our own? So this is how the low bed looks like. Lots of different axle options actually. Interesting. 4 axles. Oh, I like this one. This looks pretty cool. 1 plus 4. So 1 in front, 4 at the back axles. And then you have these weird looking extensions. Now I think what would help here is really going. Also, let me check the audio if something has changed. No, it's still good. Music volume. Everything. I think the only new part here is the truck turbo has its own volume. We've seen that already in ATS. But what you guys told me is you can actually... Where was it? Trailer browser, I think it was. If you go to... and check the low bed. Yeah, this one. So if we, for example, pick this default one, you can actually now have you can see the drop down cargo preview. You can actually see all the possible loads in this trailer. You don't have to wait for a job outside. You can actually preview it from here. And I think this is a new part. It's quite nice actually. We can walk around and explore the area. If I use my WASD keys like so, you can go up close and personal look at each and every... Oh, that's a bug. It's not, that's like 1 centimeter off from the contact point. we get bugs like that, I'm sure. But yeah, some people are very meticulous. Backhoe loader. Loaders with an S. Ooh, fancy. That was an ATS already. Oh, was it? So you could already look at the different cargoes. So in 138, or was it also introduced in 139? I like this one. That looks really heavy duty. How do you think they managed to get this tractor up here? Creative thinking. Yeah, looks like they really put a lot of work in putting up these loads, making sure that all the chains, all the, how do you term it, the lockdowns are in place and properly set up like how it is in real life, even down to the like pegs there, the wooden blocks used as like, I guess, chokes or something. Oh, this brings back memories. Let's skip to the next one. Nah, let's forget we saw that. Hey champs, how are you? Thanks for joining. Just window shopping a bit on what new trailers are introduced. Oh, wind turbine, nacelle, the center, or the tower, or the blade, I guess. But I don't think the blade is here, at least not in this trailer config. And then just do a quick check on the other parts we can do. Roller, tracks, crawler, tractor. Whoa. Wow, that looks scary. I wonder how that is locked down in place. I guess they have those like bolts there. So it's bolted on the trailer itself, and then there's this like piece of wood that goes through. That might be a bug. And then a yacht. So why not? Whew. What I'm quite interested in seeing is with this kind of load, where was it? The 1+4 extended, or 1+5 extended. What kind of loads do we get? Because I would imagine we would have new ones. Let's have a look. Excavator. Oh, we've seen that already. The asphalt miller. Yeah, I think this is only possible when you have this kind of trailer. So if I choose this one, it disappears. Yeah, it makes sense. And yeah, the longer loads you only have access to. That's actually very interesting. And based on how this is, there's a long and short version, but this is extendable basically. So it's the same trailer, but you can actually extend it like so. Interesting. I guess you operate it using that machine, using those controls there. Nice. And I would imagine, let's test that out later. When you go and press F7, you can extend those trailers. So how about you guys? Have you tried out the 139 yet? Do you have any plans on doing so? I know there are a lot of people who have reservations in trying out 139, especially with ETS2, because you lose your mods, especially pro mods. That's the one thing that most people don't want to lose. A lot of people don't ever want to go back to vanilla. Leave it up to us testers and content creators to do the dirty work. Hey alien. Yeah, the extendable loads look pretty nice. I like the attention to detail they put in here. Like even the sail itself that's rolled out is like, how do you say? It's sitting on this elevated part here. Very nice. They really put a lot of thought in here. Okay, so how different is that? Sorry, one more time. With the low loader, so we can choose which one we like. This one looks more familiar to me. Very farm sim-esque. And yeah, interesting, it doesn't even have trailer legs. Just a block of wood holding it in place. Oh wow, so many options. Extendable, here we go again with the extendable. And yeah, that makes sense. I remember this from FarmSim. You can actually extend this part so that depending on the vehicle you're loading, it will fit. 1 plus 3. 4 extendable. Wow, okay. So let's pick the longest one. So we have access to all the different kinds of cargo. Let's have a look. Hey, Xarkias. No worries, man. TV mode for the win. How are you guys? Have you guys bought anything new past week? Got anything from Prime Day? My new phone is here. I just finished setting it up. I'm not sure if you can see that. It should be blue. Yeah, I like the blueness of it. It's not overly loud. And it kind of like changes depending on the angle. It's very subtle. It can be very subtle but very loud at the same time. It's quite nice. And the migration process from my old phone has been super smooth. Very user friendly. And now it's so fast. I don't have to wait and be all clunky about the loading times in my phone anymore. It's very convenient so far. So I like it overall. Interesting loads here. I'm not sure which one I like better. Which one are you guys more into? The low loader or the low bed? This seems to be more for like heavy duty machinery stuff. Look at that. Although it is like quite scary how low that goes. Hey Sue. Thanks for joining and thanks for telling me which name you prefer. That will be a lot easier for me. I am very bad at reading the names, the Twitch names. Hey Chubbs. Glad you made it back. How are you? So the loads, a lot of them are very similar. I think there are a few that are quite unique, but many of them are shared in both trailers. Sure thing, Sarkis. Thanks for the bits, man. Appreciate it. The yacht. I do like the other trailer more, I think. Except for this load. I really like this. Dozer crawl. Where do you use this? Is this something for like picking up loads of fine sand or gravel or anything like that? Does look heavy duty. I am more into that other trailer though. I think I like this better. I don't know why. But I like especially, where was it? The loaders. This one. This load is my favorite so far. Some kind of acrobatics going on. Let's buy ourselves a low bed. And check it out. Alright, let's see what we can afford. Low bed. I do want the extendable one. This one I don't think is extendable, so let's get ourselves this one. 1 plus 4 or 4. That's pretty scary. So there is an extendable version that doesn't have an axle in front. So if you have it like this, and then you raise the legs, the trailer legs, and then you put something here on top, that looks scary. Like there is no support over on this side. It feels like the weight, like you can put a lot of weight in there as compared to that when you have an actual axle. So I guess it would be more limited in terms of cargo there. This could be used for long loads, but for heavy loads, especially loads which are heavy here in front, that might be a bit limited. So let's go with that. 1 plus 4. Yeah, long or short. I would go with that. Hey people. Oh yes, that's a good point. Thank you for the announcement. Yes, right before I got live, right before I went live, I saw a couple of emails from EVR. I think he has updated a lot of his sound mods. It does say it's 1.38 plus, but I have my doubts it's for 139. I'm not sure if that will work, because I would imagine the file structure is for 138. 139 has a totally different file structure, so I don't think that will work. Let's just go gray here. I think that will be safest like that. They would be for 139 as well. Ah, that's promising then. Maybe there are different variants for it. Oh my goodness, should we get into it then? Should we go and jump into the modded profiles? I'll have to load it up though, so that will take some time. What kind of options do you get here? The standard trailer options, I think. I do like how the trailer tires look though. I think there are they wider variants? They seem to have like that outer black trim that I like. Trail Master. Okay. Good to see. Whoa. That looks pretty cool actually. I like that. Go with that, all the ramps. Beacon or strobes, put a beacon in there at the back. Very sleek look. I like it. Not sure if our truck will be up for the job there, but we'll see how far it can take us. Alright, let's buy that. Renault Premium MAN TGX and Ford F-Max. Nice. I'll have to check it out then. That seems very promising. So we can probably test vanilla for a bit, and then we can switch and try out the modded one. And we can do beta testing together. That would probably amount immediately to a troubleshooting stream, but that should be pretty okay. Right, cargo market, what time is it? It's 5 AM, that should be fine. Right, there are no icons yet, that's totally fine. I do want to pass by Calais, so let's see if we can find something. That one would work. Look at that very interesting GPS routing. From Lille, you have to go to through the Eurotunnel, hop on to the UK, go to Dover, and then ferry back to Calais. And that's most likely because of that road that we saw that was cut, if you remember from the beginning of the stream. The world map, when we zoomed in, we saw that there was like a cut in the junction. We'll see if we can avoid that kind of routing, but we'll see. Maybe we can just teleport in. Hey, blah, yar. How are you? Oh my goodness, vanilla skies. Can we survive this? Hey, that's not bad. That startup sequence isn't bad. I think we have a 550 horsepower Dyson engine in here. Okay. Well, we'll see. Oh, I have to teleport, don't I? To Lille. Otherwise, it will take us hours. What is that? Trailer configuration. It's not red, but it does seem to be spamming this entire area. Huh. One of the beta things, I guess. Cheater! Hey Gamaste, how are you? Enjoying on air? Did you tell me that you started in Thunder as well? So it must be... Are we picking it up here at the distribution center? How would you load the loader there? Anyway, that's their problem. Alright, so let me have a look first. F7, if I go for adjustments, can't adjust the trailer. I thought this was extendable. Or maybe that's because I took a job. Huh. Yeah, well, let's tinker it with it later. First, let's look at Kali. That's for the pros. I read they were refining some stuff in the balancing, minimum rent kind of stuff, to avoid people hoarding the planes. Actually, on lower revs, the truck doesn't sound bad. I guess it would sound very bad when we start speeding up, because we would need it would be not revving. You wouldn't hear how the engine revs up and builds up. Oh, the front is a steerable axle. Look at that. Actually, no, it's not just the front, it's everything. That means it's going to be very tricky to reverse this. Have to be extra careful. Yeah, look at that. How it's oversteering. Okay. Also, I'm not sure, because they did say that these new trailers, they merge very well with heavy cargo DLC. If you have that DLC, then you should have even more loads available to you. So chances are, many of the stuff that we were looking at in terms of cargo, they were actually from the DLC, probably. But if you don't have the DLC, I'm not sure what would be included for you. Is there a way we can check that in the trailer browser? Something like unticking the DLC from the options. Does that work? It seems close enough to me. Maybe not. I hate them too, blah. Don't they allow, like in real life, don't they have this locking axle mechanism? Maybe not all, huh? Maybe it's not so common, if ever there is something. Okay, I'll take that. Yeah, the sounds are not bad actually. I think the interior sounds, the startup, everything is okay already. Oh, there we go. Spam bots. It's just that the actual engine sound, as the engine is put under load, is the problem. Unfortunately, that's the most you would hear when driving. Yeah, from like 1000 RPM lower up to 1000 RPM, it sounds okay. But once it goes beyond that, it's like monotone. It's like tone deaf. A singer that's tone deaf. So it's like the sound doesn't change once you reach that point. And so from that point, it sounds like a vacuum cleaner. Beat the red light. Dang it. So how does that loader look at from the back there? Not too shabby, eh? Actually, just right. So how long to Calais? 281 kilometers. Yeah, that should be a good test drive to see how initially this beta feels like. My ears. I know, right? I think we will definitely be testing EVR. Testing a modded profile after this one. I do have a different profile. A profile that does not have any map mods, so that has more chances of working with 139. We'll probably have to disable a lot of mods, maybe most of the mods. But we'll see. Test now, please. Thanks for the ban, Alex. What donation, Gamaste? So used to ATS style trailers. Yeah, they are complete. They're polar opposites, aren't they? In terms of turning behavior. The European ones are so flimsy, they dance all over the place. And the US ones are, well, they're hard-headed. They don't want to turn at all. You hate updates, A1. You hate updates when you have to play the mod testing game. Unfortunately, such is the life of a modded profiler. So if you want to go with mods, you will have to live with that. But at the very least, you can wait for the official 139 release. So at least you have less testing to do. For me personally, I kind of enjoy that part. The excitement of testing new things and seeing what works, although admittedly it can get quite frustrating at times. As long as the autocar truck still works in ATS. Have you guys seen any reports on if trucks are compatible with 139? I know sounds aren't by default because the sound structure has changed. Graphic mods by default do work, I think. You just need to change the manifest file if ever, but the files themselves I don't think have changed. Also, I'm noticing something new. It seems weird, like our truck is not level, like it's that way, like it's like one of the tires is out, lifted up. Not really though. But when I'm turning, it feels like the truck is like leaning to one side, it doesn't go back. They have this impression that like that, yeah. There. Maybe I'm approaching the turn too fast. It feels kind of weird. So I think when I read through the forums, someone said that someone was asking if they changed any physics. SCS hasn't replied yet officially, but someone did notice something different as well. Maybe this is what they noticed. You guys see anything? Like how the truck bobs and leans when turning? Okay, here we are. Okay, we're coming across a turn here. Oh my goodness, that edge. Yeah, that one. Is that realistic? Is that really how it should work? The engine brake is cool. We have to hear that again. Looks like a flat tire. Yeah, it's weird. Fuso is compatible with every version. Any truck that uses modded sounds doesn't work. That makes a lot of sense. But I guess in terms of the truck itself, the truck files like the chassis, the different parts and accessories, I haven't heard anything change there. But then with the mods, yeah, that most likely sounds like it. Should fire all your drivers in the game because every time a truck goes away, like, give me a truck. Yeah, I think something changed with the physics. Let's have a look quickly in the gameplay settings. If there's like a new slider or something, or if some of the values reverted. So normally there should be some sliders in here. Random road events. Why did I have that maxed out? Detours, turn that off. Road events, maybe just put it in half like so. Braking intensity is normal. Yeah, this is my default. This is how I do this. Truck, trailer, stability, suspension stiffness all at the back, and then cabin suspension stiffness in the front. Maybe if I do this as well. Because before, I remember this was the recommended realistic setting if you're using a steering wheel, but I found that it was a bit too stiff or a bit too but you get the point. So I had to move it maximum there. Maybe this time they changed it, so really the realistic setting they advised is really the realistic this time. Also, I have to change something with the engine brake. I don't use that anymore. I actually use engine brake toggle. There you go. Going to fall over the next turn. I think so too. Alright, let's see if that changes, guys. Let me know if you recognize any differences. And we are entering Calais, so let me know if you notice anything new. It's still weird. It feels like we are going to take over at any moment, which we might be. So maybe that's fair. Oh my goodness. Like a guitarist going on his solo. Man, feels like we're in a boat actually. The way the truck is bobbing, it feels more like a boat than a truck. I don't know. And why did I follow this guy's recommendation? I didn't reroute. Let's go and test that out here. I'll go back, I'll go around. Yeah, that's the cut that I was mentioning, and I'll try to go over it. Sleepy time, hopefully not. Love when you see places you've been to in real life in the game, like Highway 550 in Colorado. Has every detail right. Oh, nice. Insane. It's good to hear. Yeah, look at that. I wonder if it's only with the trailer or with the physics itself. But you guys, do you guys see it? Is it obvious also if you're looking at the screen, or only if you're the one driving? Because when I move the steering wheel, I would expect the vehicle to turn a certain way with a bend. But this feels completely opposite, or I don't know, I don't get it. That's not realistic. Yeah, we're probably fiddling with a lot of other tweaks, which is good. That they are willing to venture out and explore. It's just wrong this time, but it's a beta, so I'm sure they'll find a way to tweak that out. But yeah, I'll be looking at the forums for improvements. It's like your shock absorbers are dead. It does seem like it, huh? Let's have a look at it from outside. Almost smashed into that truck. It does seem like the truck isn't bobbing up anymore, like it's too stiff. Is that how would you describe it? Like, look at that. Like it leans because you're turning, and then it kind of stays there because I guess that's the most the springs can handle. It's very stiff, like very strange. Lots of experiments going on with this one. That can be like a buffering issue. Might sound a bit different. Oh, here we go. And there's the lead guitarist playing his solo again. Oh my goodness. I have not heard default sounds in a long time. I am reminded why I don't want to. Hey Martin, thanks for joining. Clip. Yeah. Sound bloopers for the win. Doing good, Martin. You had some technical difficulties in the beginning of the stream. I actually started 20 minutes late. Sorry about that again, guys. But yeah, we should be stable now. Now I can't say the same for the game. We haven't crashed yet so far, but things are looking pretty experimental at this point. Granted, we are in the open beta, so it's really for testing purposes, not for early access purposes. But still, it's funny. It's a good laugh. It's a good way to wind down if you're not too serious about the stuff, then it should be okay. I'm half expecting to ram into an invisible wall with this cutout. We'll see. Here we go. There's see it in the map. There we go. That's the one. Called it. You guys remember that that setting? What is this? What is SIC? Oh, this is smooth interior camera. This is one of my plugins. I think I'll have to disable that. Looks like it's not compatible because I don't have any mods, but I still have plugins like this, the force feedback, the steering wheel force feedback for the G27. So there looks to be and of course I got fined, yeah. Exactly. So it's not really a wall that's hindering the entire wall there, it's like a vertical one. So you can actually go through it here. Interesting. Yeah, same here. I did not expect that wall to face that way, but that was fortunate for us. Vlad, do you know if Logit works with this 139 version? I guess we'll find out soon because we're finishing this one. Oh yeah! I feel like jamming whenever I hear that. Especially with coast to coast, you have to turn your truck like you're in a maze. Oh, because of all the invisible walls. Oh, here we go, guys. The new area of Calais. Looks quite nice. Lots of new buildings. Definitely doesn't feel dated anymore. We have some, I guess those are very famous landmarks here. We have the French Big Ben over there. Why am I so fond of seeing Big Bens all over the world? Okay, ATS 139 works with Logit. Okay, thanks. Finding new ways of triggering jam. Yeah, there you go. The French Big Ben. Isn't it what it's called officially? Oh, and is this the new AI? You know, I still have trouble distinguishing the MANTGX from the Euro 6 variant. If I see them right beside each other, I can differentiate them. But if only one, I have a hard time. The Euro 6 version normally has a more like angular, more diagonal line structure. The Euro 5 is like more box type. But that truck that we passed, which one do you guys think that is? Le Big Ben. What is big in French? Here we are. I would like to explore the port as well though, because I think the one that they're really proud of with this Calais upgrade is the port area. Maybe we can fly around a bit. Le Gros Ben. Probably you have some silent letters in there. Le Gros Ben. Grande. Isn't that Spanish? That sounds pretty Spanish, although I guess there are some similarities. Ah, Gros is more for husky or fat. I do like the low revs because they're very crisp. Like the idle sounds. This one. Yeah, you see that? How the cabin like tilted at this very low speed. It's like on stilts. Yeah, I think the cabin suspension could... Well, the truck suspension could do a lot of work. Maybe we'll have to play with the sliders. Maybe there are new recommended values that SCS hasn't shared yet. It is the first day of the beta, so can't really complain. Interesting though. I hope they find the right mix, because it's nice that they're continuing to try and improve the physics. Props to them for taking that brave approach and not just sticking with the default. There we go. That, yeah, VT log seems to work. Seems like smooth interior camera is the only one that I have to disable. And maybe this entire vanilla profile is something I have to disable. Wait one sec. Do we explore the port as well? Let's do that. Oh my goodness, what is that? Le Jacques Spanner. Let's fly to the port area. Yeah, that definitely looks upgraded. Yeah, this entire thing. This looks pretty cool. Can we try and drive through it? Let's see. How do you get here? So maybe we start from here. Embarkation. Is that a bus I see? Your coach sim confirmed. Not really. Okay. So we go here. Let's open the map. Very nice. Where do you guys think we go here? Probably, right? And then we pass through the gates here. Some checkpoints maybe, or toll gates, I'm not sure which. This looks pretty good. I like it. And lots of different ferries there, not only a single one. Makes it feel more like a proper port with different docks there. So for us, those are actually not working, I think. So we loop around, make a U-turn, and then we go through here, and that is where the ferry, the icon would be inside the actual ferry. Nice, I like. Good job, SCS. That was long overdue for this place. Cool. Oui. That was Latvian. A moon croissant. Okay, good. Good. Now, what do you guys want to do? You want to test EVR? You want to see how a modded profile works? Let's see. EVR. I've gotten like 3 emails from EVR. Yeah, indeed. Renault Premium, Actros MP4, and Ford F-Max. What was that song? Yeah, a bit of a surprise ending on that song. Okay, so we have some possible candidates here. But before we even get to that, I think it would be helpful if we test first, if we check first how compatible the mods are with 139. So if we just look through here, do a poll. What would be the options? So we go with this one. I have 80 mods in use. Wow, 80 really? What is this song? Quite interesting. Let's turn that off. Okay. So in terms of mods, yes, a lot of incompatible ones, which might be for the best. TAF 95. All of the Scania RJLs aren't compatible either. The trailers seem to still be okay, well, at least from a compatibility manifest point of view. But aside from that, that is incompatible. Traffic Maniac. Let's disable that. Let's disable the Traffic Maniac packs for now. Let's turn that off. Air ride. Would an air ride help? Yeah. Might be pretty tricky. Well, we could do a poll. We could either try and make a modded profile work in ETS2, or we could explore ATS. I think I'm leaning more towards ATS, just vanilla, but with the Kenworth T680, which has beautiful default sounds. I really like it. And just explore the area, because at this point I think it will be too much of a pain to try and sort through all the mods. I think EVR sounds I can happily wait until we see a report on it. But I am curious as to the file structure. Let me just have a quick look, guys, and I'll share it with you if I can. 1 second. Let me download one of the files and we can have a look if that file has a has an updated file structure, if it will work with 139. Sound package only works on 138 plus. 1 second, not sharing anything yet. I will get back to you shortly. Great to see EVR back. It's 121 MB file, and I'm downloading it at not very fast. (318 kilobytes per second). Are we back in dial-up days? 6 minutes left before this finishes. Okay, so in the meantime, I will load up ATS. I think we'll go with that. That's why if you see in the title, I went with ETS2/ATS because I had a hunch that ETS2 open beta was going to be very raw. It might be a bit limited at the moment, so it wouldn't be sustainable for the entire stream duration. I think ATS, on the other hand, a bit more stable, and we have a lot of proper default content in there, so we don't need to fully rely on mods at the moment. Okay, so I changed the title. Let me guys know if that reflects on your end as well. You might have to refresh. Yeah, ATS open beta, no mods, vanilla, and should be ATS now, the game that is following. Alright. Okay, great, thank you. Alright, so I'll leave the EVR downloading in the background. Once it's finished, we'll load it up, the files at least. Have a look if it is compatible with 139, because I'm familiar how the 138 file structure should look like. So I'm expecting if it's compatible with 139, it should have a lot more files in there, 139 specific files. That's really weird. Whenever I hit that, I go back to that screen. Strange. I want to troubleshoot it right now, but probably not within the stream. Okay, good. So you guys see, okay, vanilla, no mods, ATS, level 17 only. That's why I really wanted to do this, because I basically wanted to level up my profile. So might as well do it with you guys. Let's test out the new trailer. Look for the different cargos and test them out with this truck. This is the same truck that I used in the previous ATS video, sharing 139. Any specific destinations you guys were interested in? If not, I would make my way east. Or maybe we can make our way northeast and circle around Idaho. Ah, yes. I think we can do this though, because I would like to explore the viewpoint of what's that volcano? St. Helens? This one. There are some there. They're discoverable. We haven't seen how that looks yet. So we can take a short detour, I guess. We're only here for the grind, exactly. Might as well make it productive. Yeah, let's do a bit of a warm-up. Going to Olympia. 8 tons of forklifts. That should be pretty straightforward. Let's do Idaho and Utah. That sounds good. So let's do this short trip and then let's make our way at Idaho and Utah. Should be pretty fast if we stay on the interstates. We can go and explore the undiscovered areas, the secret areas of Colorado as well. Maybe that might trigger some nice views. What I like about SCS sounds is they are very crisp. Whatever equipment they're using, it's top notch. Like you don't hear any muffled sounds at all. It doesn't sound like radio quality or anything. It really sounds like a studio quality recording that they've done. Now with the mixing, I think is where the main problem lies. But the quality of the audio themselves, very nice. Hey, Sir Fontaine. Get the convoy going. Thanks for the follow. I'm not doing MP though, so convoy might be a bit challenging, but feel free to drive with me offline. We are driving from Oregon to Washington. Dulles to Olympia. I know you guys told me about that pronunciation before, but I forgot. Yes, single player. I think it's only Washington for now. I'm not 100% sure on that. And how the heck do we turn around here? This might be a disaster. That doesn't look good. Guys think this will work? Oh, that actually doesn't look that bad. Oh, that actually worked. Wow. It's a miracle. Drift it in there. Pro parking right there. Nice. Yeah, this trailer is surprisingly agile thanks to that multiple axle. Multiple joints. Don't even try reversing it though, because that could easily spell disaster. Okay, so this time I won't forget. Let's go and check out that area. It is a bit off there, so we might be late for the job. Probably not the most profitable job. We'll see. But let's do an intermission, because the download has finished. So I'm seeing 138 files everywhere. Oh, I know. This is going to be a problem. I might not be able to check it actually. Yeah, crap. You guys hear that? The file looks like a virus. The file name contains long spaces in name. Well, that's scary. But yeah, I think either way, the files would be locked. So, might not work anyway. Anyway, let's wait for reports if that works in 139. Let's wait for some more willing beta testers for that. In the meantime, let's enjoy the trip. Enjoy that growling engine. Granted, of course, it's not going to be as good as Krish Bombs or Z mods, sound mods, but it's not too shabby. Still has that bit of vacuum cleaner effect. I think it doesn't have enough range in the tone, but it has a bit more than the other ones, definitely. That's something I don't like though, and that's something that was commented already before. Scotsman, that's for you. That the sounds from inside are so loud, and then the moment you go out, they're like whispering at you. Feels a bit opposite. But I can understand that's because of F-mod, distances and whatnot. With the camera, you're farther away. But from that distance of the camera, it should seem like it should still be pretty loud. Tobii eye tracker works perfectly now. Added so many things and many default options. Hey HUD, glad you made it. Yeah, I saw that they were improving a lot of things, which is very good. I have my doubts though if it works still with this mic in front of me. I'll have to install it fully again to test. At the moment though, Track IR works perfectly well for me, so we'll see if I ever get extra time. So the problem with Tobii is it has limited compatibility. It's not innately compatible with Flight Sim, for example. So I'd have to switch anyway. I guess the only advantage with Tobii, if it works perfectly now, is I wouldn't need a cap. So you guys will be able to see my shaggy hair. Nice double trailer coming up there. It still won't work with the mic in front. Ah, I see, okay. Well, good to hear that it works for most of the other cases. I think I'm just like 1% or less of that user base with that special requirement. Oregon to Washington, yes. How are you doing, HUD? Have you gotten enough sleep today? Or are you still awake from the night? Same night? It doesn't sound as good anymore. I remember the sounds were better when I last tried it. Maybe I'm expecting a bit too much from it. Or did something change in the meantime? I do love the views though. The trees and how lush they are. This is a very well done area. I think they also said that in Oregon they were noticing a lot more signages. Like it feels like Nat Vander, the infamous sign maker, has put in a lot more realistic signages in the Oregon roads. We're not really sure if it's Nat Vander, but he would be the most qualified one from who we know who is capable of such a thing. That is... There you go. The wrong key. Growling too loud. Yeah, I get their point. It does seem like it's a bit excessive, right? Full 8 hours, wow. Doesn't happen often, I imagine. I don't even remember myself the last time I slept for 8 hours. They say it really helps. Like you would normally say you don't need it, but you won't know it until you do it. The feeling is completely different. What the heck is that truck doing? You guys see this? Oh, now he's shy. Now you're shy. Okay. Doing good, man. My new phone arrived yesterday. I've been tinkering with it the entire day yesterday. Pretty smooth experience now. Oh, and I bought a monitor stand. It should arrive probably today or until Monday. There are lots of sales going on. Took a chance and got it so that I can probably improve my monitor layout. I can maybe even have like a horizontal triple monitor setup if that works out, but we'll see. It is a bit... My space is a bit limited, but I think I can shuffle some things around. I'll try and work those things over the weekend. See if I can try and make it more optimal. Signage is okay. Exit number is a separate sign above the main sign. I see. Connected like in any other state. Also for Oregon it's a bit different. I see. Attention to detail. Hey, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Yeah, S20 Plus. Not too shabby. There was a huge sale. I think it's still ongoing. $300 discount with the S20 Plus compared to the original price. So I was like, wow. And then I was getting pretty frustrated with my old S8 Plus. It was really acting very slow and stuff. Might as well. And Mrs. Clumsy got one too. Oh, out here. Sorry, I'm just trying to read your name. I'll call you Raggy, if that's okay. Thank you for the kind message. Loving my YouTube vids. That's great, man. Are you more of a truck fan or a flight sim fan? 1,000, no. Just $100 more or less. There's also a discount, like 20% or 30% discount. Yeah, and the reviews look pretty good. I've seen some pictures of that monitor stand in action. It looks perfect for my setup. Raggy, right, great. Flight sim, oh that's amazing, man. Thank you, great to hear it. I am loving flight sim. Huge thanks to Van Sim. Now you're both. That's great to hear. That is the ideal thing that I would want to have. Truck sim fans moving and enjoying flight sim as well. Hey Deso, indeed we are trying out the beta. How are you? We tried ETS2 for a bit. I was not so happy with the sounds. I could not survive it, and the physics, they seem to have changed the physics as well. And I don't like it, so, and that's literal, not the jack I don't like it version. So we're moving to ATS for now and enjoying a bit more of the stability. Hey Rayburn, MSFS videos. Oh, that's amazing. Yes, thank you. Thank you guys for dropping by and saying hi. It means a lot, and you letting me know that encourages me more to make more videos like that. So that's great. Oi. Yes, vanilla. Trademark. Too late. Yeah, that should work. If you link your Amazon Prime with your Twitch account, I think that should be possible. You should be able to sub for free using your Amazon Prime, Twitch Prime subscription. If anyone remembers the details there, feel free to share it with Raggy. ATS Pro also, definitely looking forward to that. I'm sure Blah is as well. Come up with new version but no Pro mods ATS. Well, they're being handled by completely different people. Pro mods ATS is by the Pro mods team, the modders. The updates are by SCS official developers. So they are completely different organizations and have completely different timelines and priorities. On 39 open beta with no mods. Yeah, that is advisable. Yeah, no Mexico maps, no Sierra Nevada. That's payment for saving you. Not at the moment, Rayburn. There is kinda Dream. I think it's there for compatibility purposes. But nothing really new there, so I have not really enabled it. I guess it would still have those paper mache placeholder buildings and very basic roads, so I wouldn't recommend it. We are all looking forward to Pro Mods Canada though. Pro Mods, yeah, for ATS. So that one I'm definitely looking out for. But no news yet on when that will be. Soon TM would probably be the best answer there. Year and a half. Alaska. Yeah, someone is working on an Alaska mod as well. I've heard very good things about it. Very limited roads at the moment, but when it does increase in scale, we'll go and check it out. That's great, Raggy. Yeah, thanks for catching me. Where are you based? What time is it there? Yeah, I saw it. I saw you post in Discord, Hud. Goodness, that doesn't happen often, huh? Did it make the headlines? I imagine it made the headlines. S20 Plus has a 128 gig storage. Yeah, not too shabby. You can expand it with micro SD as well, but I don't normally do that. I usually don't fill up the storage anyway. Alaska mods. Wow, interesting. So this is different, Alex, from the one that you were driving, you and Jay tested out. That was very nice. Hopefully they can work together instead of having like overlapping areas, right? It did make the headlines, yeah. That's how it is in Singapore, guys. For those who are not familiar, the trains are for the most part very reliable. I think I've only had a handful of slowdowns or outages since my 7 years here. So whenever these kind of outages happen, they really make the headlines. So the one that HUD was talking about, that's actually a big deal here. Even though it might be like normal kind of day for others. I love the public transportation system here in Singapore. Yeah, 1:19. Tier 2 lockdown. Oh, are you? Goodness. Stay safe, man. Yeah, stay home. Yeah, it is very late there. It's like what? Almost 3 a.m. Goodness, 2:40. Thank you for making it. Yeah, sorry for the uncomfortable timing. I do like that engine brake. I'm not sure if it is realistic, but I do like it. Alaska, the last frontier. Sounds like a video from Aviation 101. But I think Alaska is named like that, isn't it? Last Frontier, Final Frontier or something. It's pretty dramatic from the screenshots you'll see. Will it have the same areas as the Alaska map that you've tested out? Yeah, looking forward to that. Are they on the SCS forums or somewhere more private? Full lockdown in Ireland too. Goodness, yeah, I've heard that the cases have been rising overall in Europe. So stay safe, guys. Stay home and let's enjoy hanging out online. 2 new Star Trek shows. I haven't heard. What are they? I'd be very interested in watching them. K-dramas have been filling our time this entire lockdown period. No, not really entire lockdown. Past couple of months maybe. New Strange World. Oh, there's a new season of Discovery? Oh, that's cool. I love that series. So aren't they in the like a different time now? From what I remember from the last season. Completely detached from the old Star Wars, from the familiar characters or something. Donation only map, I see. Well, if they do a great job, I'm more than happy to get into it. They have their own Discord, I see. Keep us posted, Alex. Thanks for being up to date with these things. Look at that fuel economy, 7 miles per gallon. Nice. New Strange World is prequel to the original one. Mandatory curfew for the next 4 weeks. Dial down the cases. Yeah. I think it got triggered that the number of cases might have grown because of the recent summer vacations. School holidays at least. Maybe not summer vacation, but school holidays. And people are more likely to travel and move around. The likelihood for infections are higher. First season of Discovery. Not nerdy enough. I like Discovery. It was a bit slow. No, not really slow. Actually, it was action-packed even from the beginning. I like it, but yeah, it might not be too Star Trek nerdish. I'm not a hardcore Star Trek fan, so maybe that's why I liked it. Maybe it's a bit more casual. Entryway into Star Trek fandom, maybe. Hey, HUD. Oh, sorry. Read that wrong. Hey, Raggy. Thank you for subscribing, man. You managed it. Did you link up your Amazon Prime with Twitch? Appreciate that, man. Yeah, I'm really happy about how things are looking for Singapore. Hope it keeps up. They seem to be still staying vigilant, so that's good. But yeah, the cases are lowering, single digit, including the imported cases sometimes. So the number of people who are getting discharged from the hospitals are oftentimes more than the new cases per day. So I think as of yesterday, we only had 100 active cases left. Hopefully that continues lowering. So we have to remain vigilant and don't lax. I love how these cliff faces look. They look very, how do you say, bumpy, aren't they? Like they look fully 3D and not just like stickers. I love that look. Sub via desktop, not mobile. Oh, strange. Interesting. Thank you for that note. When the MRT broke down, the platform was so crowded, nobody cares about any social distancing. Yeah, the social distancing part is a bit, yeah, that's not as strict anymore. Oftentimes people are not so keen on staying away from each other anymore. We're going back to our old ways. Last week, I remember me and Mrs. Clumsy, we went out to the mall for a change. So we had our masks and everything. We're looking for a place to have lunch at. Goodness, we could not find a place. Everywhere you went, the queues were intense. It's because normally queues are intense anyway here, during like peak hours on weekends. But even more so now because there are like social distancing measures, so the seating capacity of restaurants are more limited. So the queues are longer. And we had a hard time looking for a place to eat. It was quite of a shock because we're used to like going out and almost no people outside, and now it's like almost back to normal except for the masks and additional check-in procedures and stuff. But yeah, after a while we managed to find a restaurant with a decent queue where we could wait 15 minutes. It was fine. Yeah, it's good to see that things going back to normal in a way. But yeah, it's still quite scary if you think about it. Indeed, GG and Crap Fecko. Nice one. You'll find a lot of use for that for sure. Oh yeah, Expanse is probably my favorite sci-fi series as well. I think Jay recommended that one. It's great. It's the most realistic sci-fi series I've seen and I love it. And realistic and sci-fi doesn't seem like it mixes, but if you think about it, yeah, it kind of does. Because it revolves around actual scientific concepts. And you got the aunties that insist on coming up to your behind, so you usually turn around, shoot them to death there. Yeah, people are often forgetting about these social distancing things now. Thanks, man. Appreciate it, Draggy. Oh, crap. Wenatchee National Forest. Wait a minute. Have we come close to that? Did I actually miss my turn, guys? I apparently missed my turn and I'm going all the way to Yakima. Oh crap. It's going to be bad. Read a bit of sci-fi books recently. Nobody told me I missed it. Are you guys trolling me on purpose? Why can we hear the music when I'm in free look mode? Cheating. All for the money. Because we have oh crap, we're going to be late. Oh, the music is because I'm going to be late. The Yakima Shuffle. Yeah, indeed. 139 new trailers basically. Oh, I like the reflections here. Very nice reflections. I like it. 1 second, let's take a photo of that. Cheater! Call me all you want. It's all about the money. Oh my goodness. For a vanilla profile, I must say that looks very nice. Very natural, very easy on the eyes. I like that. Goodness, that looks great. I think we have our thumbnail here. Perfect. A happy little accident. Yes, let's look at it that way. I don't even remember the name of the restaurant. We basically chose the one with the shortest queue just so we could eat. I'm not used to it anymore. I'm not used to seeing queues outside. Exactly, HUD. I like to stay away from vanilla California and Nevada. Because it makes it pretty obvious the age of the roads. So now we can pass through Idaho and Utah most of the time. Let's let gravity take us there. a bit unfortunate. I loaded this profile with the intent of leveling up. But with this sightseeing that we're doing, I don't think it will actually level us up. Because in addition to losing the money when you're late, you actually lose the XP as well. So that's really crappy. Me. Yeah, love Little Nav Map. It has a very steep learning curve, but it's the foreflight of flight simulation. And that, I guess, says a lot. Oh my goodness. I like that. I like Winamki. I think Winamki is my first experience with Singaporean food because that came over to the Philippines. But in the Philippines, the Winamki is like a posh restaurant. So when we ate here in Winamki for the first time, we were surprised that it was more like the how would you classify it? It's not hawker, but it's not restaurant either. Something in the middle, right? Like a fancy hawker kind of thing, which makes it more homey, which makes the food tastier. So I love it. Hey, goodness. Thank you for the gifted sub, Raggy. Wow, goodness. Raggy's on a roll. Congrats on the sub, NL. Fast casual, like a diner. There you go. Thank you. Yeah, the one where you have like a bill given to you and you would have to go to the front to pay it. Oh, I remember this route. Yeah, I remember this route. Dirt road that's looping around. GG Raggy, thank you. Appreciate it. Yes. Rayburn, did you have a question for Little Lab Map? Feel free to ask it. I don't mind. So, did you guys get anything for Prime Day? Do you also have lots of sales going on in your places? In here, I think it's Prime Day and the 10/10 sale. 10/10 being October 10. We have that now every month. 8/8, 9/9, 10/10, 11/11. Just a reason to find an excuse to find a sale. Ay. And now there's a massive bits drop there from Raggy. Thanks, man. Goodness, it never ends. Amazing stuff. Thank you. Glad you made it to the stream. You are funding my 3080. Thank you. More than happy to share the content with you guys. So no pressure, but thank you for the amazing gesture. 40.66. My goodness, it's very noisy in here. 500? How come? Wow, that's amazing. Any reason provided? Oi! Xrcast on TV mode. Congrats. Raggy, thank you for the sub, man. The gifted sub. I think Christmas is coming early. I think we should call him Santa Raggy now. What's the story with boats and AI multiplayer icons? story with boats. Ah, so in the map you can see the boats, the AI boats. Yeah, I think that's part of the interface, because Flight Sim generates AI boats, and the little nav map detects that through the interface, through SimConnect. Now, even if you arrive in St. Helens, it is not going to be very scenic, will it? On St. Helens. Ay, ay, ay. He used to be a streamer and wanted to support new guys without that passion. Oh, that's cool. Wow. It's nice when that happens. Smooth road. Thanks, Santa. That's the one for you. The itch emote. And of course I don't know who that is. You'll have to orient me a bit. Thanks, man. This is why I remember there, when I was reading through the forums, the open beta thread, there's someone who suggested an idea that when you are looking at viewpoints, it would be great if you could change the time, even just for that viewpoint, you know, because like there could be this time, there's Mount St. Helens in front. There could be instance like this where you arrive at the viewpoint late at night, and I mean, how would you wouldn't be able to appreciate it. Although I guess it comes in the form of realism and maybe technical limitation as well. So maybe it's not that feasible. Thanks, man. Goodness, you're squeezing it out. Have a good night. Thank you for all the support. I can catch you again next time. If you manage to stay up late, you can sleep, I'll be here. A new viewpoint, that's new. So what we can do is we can sleep here, we can look at the viewpoint, and then I can just teleport to the destination, because by that time we probably won't be earning anything anyway. So I'll just finish the job and start a new one. So what I can do is I can sleep first. Let's go and take a look at the viewpoint. I'll finish the job by teleport, by cheating. Let's make that clear. And then start fresh with the aim of earning money this time around. Hey, thanks Patrick. Love those single digit bits. Goodness. Appreciate that, man. A bit storm. I like that. There we go. That's the weather we like. Has someone stolen our forklifts? No, they're still there. One step closer to the 3090. Thank you guys. Now, how do we go around? Nice parking, really? Or was that sarcastic? I didn't actually even look. Right, Raggy? Thanks again, man. Hope to see you again soon. And next time no need to crop all the bits and support. Message received. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Look at that. Beautiful U-turning capability of this trailer. 3090 Ti Super HH. That's the one. Here we go, guys. Let's enjoy the view. Now I think we should also, oh, you can actually activate it now. Before, when you stop the engine, it would automatically activate. And I think in addition, you have options now of like escaping and replaying it. There it is. Mount St. Helens National Volcanic Monument. Beautiful. There's that guy just enjoying the view. Definitely not raggy. Far from my wildest expectations. I'm actually not sure if this music comes with this cutscene. I don't think so. I think it comes with being late. It's like we're getting rewarded for being late. This is an amazing viewpoint. My goodness, great job, SCS. Great idea there. Making a way to showcase the works of our very talented mappers, very hardworking mappers. Imagine standing there with that thing erupting. Yeah, I know, right? Ugh, gives me shivers just imagining it. Right, let's cheat the thing out of this. Olympia is where we're going. Yeah, definitely agree, Jay. It's a win-win for everybody. Oh, and I forgot to turn off the smooth interior camera mod. It's, yeah, it's not happy. We're not crashing though, so I guess it's not that bad. What is that building? That is the opposite way, I think. There you go. So here is where we should be parking. Let's just get this over with. And he even did not make it forward. Enough. There you go. Feels bad, man. Right, let's have a look. What was that? Did I have to pay for something else in addition? Have a good night, man. Thank you. We're all here for the yeah. Grinding it out. Oh my goodness. Price per distance. Idaho Falls looks pretty good, although I would not go that same route. All-terrain crane. That looks pretty interesting. That one, I think, makes more sense. Yeah, let's do that. I know, right? Okay, no time to lose. Facing the opposite way. Oh, before we do that though, is it possible to change the configuration of the trailer? Oh, not this one. Maybe it depends on the style. Depends on the config you chose. Right, let's earn some money. American one is still on maps. $35. Goodness. Cheating pace. Now, I think what we have to look at moving forward in deliveries is the points. So if you look at the deliveries, and blah, let me know if this is how it should be also. Because the fuel economy is only a single part of it, right? You could have very bad fuel economy, but you hold something heavy. And so in the end, you earned a lot for the company. So it outweighs the economy factor. So I think we should take a look at the other factors as well. That's basically my way of getting around the fuel economy problems that I have oftentimes. Found a good excuse for it. I'm not sure if there's been any update in Coast to Coast in a while. Maybe he's working on something different. Oh my goodness. Yeah. That looks pretty interesting. Now that's a load that's worthy of this trailer. Okay. Alright, time to make some money, guys. And we'll follow the route and we'll see how far we can get. Okay. Okay, not too bad. Oh, nice. Also, this Mantrade also have like a paid version of the Coast to Coast. I keep forgetting these things. So it has like a free like Sierra Nevada model. Turning on right on red. Occupying this entire lane. It seems to fit. Just a small add-on. Ah, I see. So it's not as developed. The other factors are big factors. Always look for heavy haul, ADR, fragile, high value, and if you can trips that have more than one of those. Nice. Yeah, so we have to look at the points total. Because there's like an income and expense, and then in the end you are left with a profit. Hey Freddy! Glad to see you here, man. How are you? Get your name back? 4 months. Thank you for 4 months, GG, man. Welcome back. Definitely agree with that statement, Hud. This is one of the areas I want to drive in real life. Although I guess a local would feel very differently about it. But if you live in our areas, where we are more used to the small, cramped areas, being able to drive in something so expansive is going to feel so good, I'm sure. Congrats on the name change. Oh, I forgot to change my name. Could have stolen that one. Just a troll. I think we have to stay here on the left. But good luck to us making this turn. Actually, it's not too bad, huh? Local to LA would complain about the traffic day and night. That's true. Once you drive on the big interstates, you begin to appreciate the smaller side road scenery. This exactly reflects human nature, right? We want what we don't have. Oh, that is beautiful. I love seeing that trailer on my side mirror. It really feels like you're hauling something heavy duty. I can imagine that, Rayburn. I guess Canada would have similar roads with the US. Similar layouts. Even if you have different names. At least much more similar than in the European ones. The name you wanted is locked. One second, let me try and find where that text is. Locked for 5 months. Ah, I see. Okay. Because it's been used recently. I guess that's to prevent guys like me stealing other people's names. They thought about that already. Good. Can't wait for 139 to come out fully. Monster heavy haul. Yeah, with this kind of trailer, I guess you would have more options. Dr. Frankenstein, huh? Endless lanes. Drive on the interstates in Texas. Madman's Dream. How many lanes do they have in their interstates? What's the largest number of lanes that you guys have seen or heard of? Actually decorated and nice looking. Ooh, nice. In general, Canada is pretty similar to America. Makes sense. Big open roads. Just feel awesome. Drive. Also helps that your rental car was upgraded from a Camry to a Dodge Charger. Yeah, before I always had a hard time understanding why people needed big cars. Like big in terms of horsepower. From my point of view before, it was just always some kind of like bragging rights. Because driving in the Philippines, the fastest you could go is probably 100 kilometers per hour. And you could only do that for like 15 minutes. The rest of the time you're stuck in traffic. So having a fast car, a big horsepower car, probably is not practical. But once you think of the context of these kinds of roads, now it makes sense why the US has so big cars. It just doesn't make sense for those cars to be brought over to the Philippines, aside from giving the owner a feeling of luxury. But functionality wise, yeah, it doesn't make sense in our region. Twitch Mobile is misbehaving again. Was it stuttering, buffering, whatnot? Is the world's widest at one point. 24 lanes in total, 12 each side. My goodness, that actually gave me goosebumps. I can't even imagine how that looks. Goodness. Straight up refused to load the video. Yeah, it would be great if you could get something like that here in Truxin. I would love to immerse myself in the feeling of driving through that kind of network. Stream stuttering and cutting out. It might be because we probably don't have any transcoding. Can anyone confirm if you have quality settings in the video? Or is it 720/60 only that's available? The source quality. Are looking forward to. I am pretty excited about next week. A couple of things possibly will take into effect. We will see. I will keep you guys posted. I am a bit dreading the monitor arm arriving, as that means I will have to fix my desk, and maybe it's a good time to finally introduce some order in my desk here. Yeah, I'm not very good at tidying up. So in a way I like it, but in a way I hate it. But let's see and what effect that will have on our setup. I'll let you guys know how it works. Maybe I can share some stuff as well. There, okay, we do have transcode, I see. Thanks. Try going to a lower setting in the meantime, maybe it helps. 6-ish main lanes, tall lanes, exit entrance ramps, and frontage roads. My goodness. I hope SCS, when they finally release Texas, gives it justice. It probably won't be 1:1, but maybe our modders can do something about it. And that would be great, huh? Oh, I can hear the turbo whine. You guys hear it? Oh yeah. If you guys read Discord, and if you're not in Discord yet, you're more than welcome to join us there. That's where we have most of our internal discussions, the insider group. If you want to be up to speed with those discussions as well, Discord is the place to go. So I mentioned something about one of the updates in 139. It's present in both ATS and ETS2, and it's the clutch brake. You guys know more about this? Because I'm not familiar with the concept. The clutch for me is something I use for shifting. Maybe when mixing the gas in the clutch, but that's from my car's point of view. I think a truck has more function in the clutch in there, and I don't know how to use that, but I would like to be more realistic about how a truck behaves. But yeah, I don't know the concept. I'll have to research that one. But maybe some of you guys are more familiar with it already. More lanes equals no lane discipline. The more lanes you have, the more chances of winning. The more chances of lane swerving. Problem with wide highways is that the wider... Yeah, exactly. Dumber drivers. But yeah, I've seen a couple of guys were happy that the clutch brake was finally introduced. I think it goes in conjunction with the asynchronous shifting. What do you call this? The one where transmission is simulated as not being synchronized. So you don't have that synchronizer, what's the term called? So you'd have to double clutch basically when you're shifting in match revs. But yeah, I think the clutch brake goes with that concept. Oh my goodness, this area is just so scenic. I can almost imagine how it would feel. Perfect for a road trip. Isn't this where I shot that sunset photo? Deja vu. Getting lost is always an adventure, huh? Look even better with changing leaf colors for fall. Oh yes, definitely. Yeah, I can almost imagine it. The leaves slowly turning to yellow, orange, brown. Have leaves scattered all over the roads. Is it even more realistic? Car's transmission or a single mesh transmission? I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure what a single mesh is, if that's the one I'm referring to. What I'm familiar with is a synchronized transmission, which is what you have in cars, in many of the trucks, I think. But the older ones, I think, have this. What's the name again? Asynchronous transmission, maybe. I don't know. A non-synchronous transmission would have everyone missing gears and grinding. Yeah, I think that's when you set the... What is this? Synchronized. There's a console command for it, right? I remember making a video on it once. Synchronized transmission, you can turn that to 0. Turn off the synchronized shifting. That makes it very hard. Although some people can manage it. I think Chi is doing that. Chi Sport, if I remember correctly. That I tried it before, I eventually gave up on it, and it's very hard if you don't have the sensation of the gear. When you're holding the shifter, moving it to a gear, and you don't get any feedback whether you're on the right range or not, it just goes in. And if you are on the wrong range, it makes that ugly sound. And if you're in the right range, then you get into gear, but you don't have any physical feedback on it. I wouldn't know, Rayburn. I don't drive here. I would imagine they're automatic, but maybe Hadi would have more context in there. Yeah. There is a clutch brake on trucks with the clutch fully depressed. Is that literally how it sounds like? Like it's a brake that triggers when you fully depress the clutch? That sounds very weird. Why would you need that when you have brakes already? Maybe it works on a different mechanism, like braking in terms of the transmission. Like a retarder, maybe? I don't know. Manuals only very old cars. I see. It's a brake on the clutch, which is actually on the transmission to slow the input shaft speed. Ah, I see. So so this is the input shaft, and it's spinning, and then the clutch is somewhere here, and then it has the capability of slowing down the input shaft, and then that makes it more likely to align and synchronize the gears, I guess. Makes sense, high level. But what was not there before, which is there now? I mean, you could do that already even before, right? Or before, maybe it didn't slow the speed. It didn't act like a brake, so it was harder. Now you have more control. If you need to slow down, you can step more on the clutch brake and it would slow it down, I guess. to simulate that clutch brake effect. Cool. Well, that's very impressive of them. Like, I know people have been, I'm not sure if this is true about SCS, but in general people are very pessimistic. There are some people who are very pessimistic about game company developers because, I mean, at the end of the day, it's important that they get enough profits to keep the company sustainable so they can pay their employees and grow. So a lot of people, some people, let's say, can say that they're in it only for the money. And so the features they're developing cater more for the mainstream, for the guys who will be most likely to get into the sim, into the game. But it's nice to see these kinds of features which are probably only going to be relevant to like a very, very, very small percentage of the trucking community, only those who are hardcore enough for it. It's nice to see SCS putting in that effort, even if they know they probably won't earn extra money from it. But this is like, in my point of view, this is like fan service. You know, they won't get extra money, but this is something that would really make it more of a simulator. And I really applaud that behavior. Caring for the fans, way beyond the money aspect. Oh, Namek, isn't this one of the new trailers? North American Mines and Quarries. Mines and Quarries. Oh, Namek. Ah, interesting. Good name. Yeah, force feedback shifter. I remember there was someone working on it before in the SCS forums. You guys see what happened to that? I didn't get the chance to explore it further. And speaking about that, have you guys ever been in a forums of like a Zendesk forums? Man, I'm so amazed with the functionalities of a Zendesk forum. It's so advanced compared to the usual forums that we have. What kind of forums is it at? Like the SCS forums? The Zendesk ones are so advanced in terms of functionality. It's automatically tracking where you last read, up to which point you last read. It has an automatic way of tracking which threads you're interested in, notifications and everything, all the bells and whistles, all the useful stuff. Very cool. I like it very much. I hope, well, probably won't happen anytime soon, but I think the Zendesk forums is the future of forum management, forum system. It's very nice. I like it. That being said, I'm not really an expert in forums, but I have been to a couple of them, and I think the most common forum type is the one that SCS uses, which is a bit old now. It works, but it's still a bit on the manual side. I think the Zendesk one is the next gen forum sense. Mixing standard transmission. Which interstate is this? Good question. Let me see anything anywhere. 82. I-82 East. What way station? There is one. Oh, there is. Just so happened that there was a random event right on that spot too. Can't wrap your head around is the guys with the 2 shift levers steering a pot of 2-wheel drive. Yeah, I've seen that. I remember Alex told us about that before. Low and high, 1 to 3 and 4 to 6 or something. I can't remember. But yeah, I think it roughly behaves similar to how an 18 shifter layout is. It's just a different format. Three shift levers. Goodness. third lever is like this way, and you have to like grab it with your mouth and then you push it forward or back. Because your feet would be busy with the pedals already. Your left hand would be on the steering wheel, your right hand would be on the two levers, so the third definitely has to go to your mouth. Now that's optimization. Maximum efficiency. One-armed wallpaper hanger in a windstorm. Oh my goodness, I'm trying to imagine that. Weren't we here initially? This looks familiar. We'll see if we can make it to the end before the end of this stream. We should be able to speed up though. 60 kilometers should be possible for us. It might get a bit noisy. Octopus to drive trucks. That would make it very challenging to get an employee, I think. What's happening with these guys? Having a hard time pulling out, I guess. There we go. Now at our cruising speed. Looking good there. Okay, now I can finally drink. Oh crap, I don't have water left. Can I do this? Water refill while driving. Darting left and right, like watching a tennis match. Multitasking for the win. There we go. Now that's refilled. Interstates without speed limit sounds like a scary concept. Not sure if drivers would have enough discipline for that in that area. Autobahn, yeah. I do like the train sounds. They have been increased a lot, I think. But that's fine, we're almost about to sleep anyway. Hey, Resymbol! Resymbol! How are you? Been a while. How have you been? 90 kilometers per hour. Yeah, everyone goes 100. When we get a grab, and the uncles would always drive 100 kilometers per hour. Oh, I missed my turn. Should I have gone that way? Interesting, okay. Makes sense. Can we sleep first, then weigh? I wonder if they'll penalize us. Great to hear, man. $120 in Ireland, but most traffic drive around 130, 140. Okay, guys, I'm late again. I don't think we'll earn anything this way either. Oh, come on. How far do we have to go before we arrive? Yeah, it's still red, so I think I'll still have to go. But now I'm on an awkward angle getting in there. Maybe I can do it like this. Oh crap. Almost hit that post. Yeah, because it was still red in the blue thing. Looks legit. That's how you do it. Bye sign. That's us. No one saw that. Totally accurate weighing. What weight did they give us? I didn't even look at it. Hey! What is that? Oh, interesting sound. Freddy, thanks for being a patron, man. Appreciate that. Goodness. Did you up your pledge? That's cool. Thanks, man. GG. Discord. Glad you made it to the stream. Another one into the 3090 fund. I should have like a slider, huh? I remember Jack had one of those. A slider for the 3090 fund and you would fill it. Oh, that's so cool. But I guess the main problem then even after going through all that, and if we somehow miraculously manage to fill that up, how would you buy the card? 3090 SLI. Thanks, man. Thank you, guys. We appreciate all the support, so I can make better videos. Thanks, man. Thanks for taking the effort. Hey, thank you for following. Feel free to join us in chat. If you're in the mood for some weird discussions. No, good discussions. Educational. What about the Thunder series, Kamusta? Interesting that this truck actually went through this town. Seems like it would be a hassle for everyone living around here. You're enjoying the Thunder series. Thanks, man. Great to hear. There is one coming up later as well. A new one. We're going VFR that time in VATSIM. VFR flight following. There is a bit of weirdness in the video later though. I should preface that. The video cuts off suddenly in the end. Because Mrs. Clumsy and I had a misunderstanding, had a miscommunication yesterday as I was recording that. So our voices overlapped and I had to cut the recording. But the flight was basically finished. But yeah, I was just like, I couldn't say goodbye anymore because you could actually hear her voice. So Mrs. Clumsy makes a cameo appearance, her voice at least, in that video. She's speaking to someone in her work. So we kind of had a miscomms there. Ooh, look at that train, nice. Yeah, I'm trying my best to save up for that 100k, so you guys can join the VA together with me. I'm not really sure how to manage that, how a VA works on air, but we'll figure it out. For now, I'm at I think I'm at 17k, 17k. We need 100, so it will take a while, but we'll get there hopefully. Jack has a ghost. That's true. Yeah, that's a good question. How have you guys been? We were talking about the different areas a while ago. In SG, things are looking good in terms of number of cases. Can't be vigilant enough though. Can't be too vigilant, so still have to keep at our measures, but things are looking better. Hopefully it keeps that way. Yeah, that's pretty scary. I don't even want to know the details. Subway, oh yeah, same here. Clumsy air. That would be great. Looking forward to that. I'll let you guys know as soon as I have that. For now though, let's take a photo. Perfect transition. Already happened again tonight, oh my goodness. Talking about the phantom issue, huh? You have the real one. Speaking of phantom issue, for those in the Flight Sim stream last time, remember I was asking about that weird clicking sound? And I could not figure out where it was coming from. I think I took a shot at this exact spot before. This seems very familiar. But anyway, that weird switch sound apparently was not coming from the sim. So it was not a phantom issue. It was coming from Vatastic. Vatastic.com, that website where you get a map of all the players online in VATSIM. Apparently, one of its notification sounds when like a VIP or someone enters or chats, you get that sound, that like switch. I've been looking in the plane where it could be in my controls, and then someone commented in the video of the stream we had that few days ago. Yeah, apparently it was from the website. Okay. I think there's a way to turn it off though, so I think I'll just turn it off. Oh my goodness, for real? It actually gave me goosebumps. Oh my goodness. That gives me shivers. How did it happen? Do I dare to ask? Maybe I shouldn't. I'm very scared with that. I love the textures in the middle of the road. You can see it has this like lines. Oh yeah. Almost missed my turn. In the middle, kind of like Project Next Gen stuff. Hey Octavian, how are you doing, man? Thanks for joining. Are you the Octavian from YouTube? giving him enough attention. And I'm a scaredy cat when it comes to these things. That's why I hate it when Halloween is coming. I'm not sure if it's the same in your countries, but in the Philippines, when Halloween is coming, the TV, you know what the TV is? Back when we were watching the normal channels, the TV channels would always have this like Halloween special with all the scariest stories and features. Like no, stop! I could not watch anything at all. Yeah, thankfully I've gone away from TV, so I can choose more now what I expose myself to. Still pretty scary though. Ah, nice. Glad you made it, Octavian. 5:30 a.m. My goodness. Well, you're early. Granted, that's the time when I wake up. Today I woke up before 5. That's my normal waking time now. I use a trick to wake up early. I set the alarm for the air conditioning, the timer. I make it turn off at around 4 a.m. I think. So before 5 a.m. I would be starting to sweat already. And that would be my normal alarm clock. So I would wake up naturally even before the alarm itself rings. Boat. Don't remember seeing a boat here before. That's nice. Yeah. We have air conditioning at night. Usually we have air conditioning at night mostly, which is kind of weird because at night it's colder. But in the morning we don't have air conditioning at all. So now that I think about it, it does sound weird. But I don't know, we got programmed that way. Like, oh, you worked hard, so now you deserve to pamper yourself. Maybe it's that point of view. Like right now, I don't have air conditioning, so I'm sweating. Goodness. Oh my goodness, that's scary, Jack. The hairs on my arms just rose up. Goosebumps all over. Oh, look at that. We actually have this, what do you call this, guys? Elevating bridge kind of thing. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's a welcome sight. Where are we right now? Lewiston. Is that in Idaho already? Have we crossed over? Right on the border. Ah, yes, I remember. This is, I think, a new road in Idaho. Yeah, so we're close by. I think we can extend the stream for a bit just till we finish that delivery. After all, I started late. 31 degrees. Oh, but actually humidity is not that bad this time. Oftentimes it would be like 98%, right? $12 degrees for you. 12 sounds nice. I think I would prefer 12 more than 30 plus. I did enjoy the 10 degree, 15 degree weather during those seldom times that we were able to go out of the country. You have an excuse for wearing something thicker. Yeah, exactly, right, Hud? And human nature is working again. You want what you don't have. It's the same for me. Perfect weather would probably be around, I don't know, 18, 19 degrees. 12 is nice because you can wear a few layers. You have an excuse for dressing up nicely. Like in Singapore, I don't even fashion is out of the question. It's always comfort first. Because if you wear something that's fancy, you always have to think about, is it survivable going out in the heat with this kind of layering or with this kind of clothes. So fashion is the first thing that goes out the window. But with the colder weather, you can have more options in there. You look cooler, basically. Can't stand humidity, you feel like breathing underwater. Actually, for me, I actually have a hard time determining if it's humid or not. It's probably because I got so used to living in a humid environment that I actually don't notice it anymore. But the weird thing is I don't notice it either when I'm elsewhere. Like, I don't see it as a factor at all, but maybe it does make you feel more hot, right? Feel hotter, more stuffy. But I have a hard time distinguishing it. It's under minus 30, goodness. Where are you from again? Hey bot, glad you made it. How are you doing? If stuff sticks to you, it's humid. I think I can understand that a bit. Yeah, stuff always sticks to me here. That sounds a bit bad. But yeah, I can imagine. Probably the one I'm attributing to the temperature is not just the temperature but humidity as well. So I like those bit colder temperatures but less humid, definitely. Oh, that truck! What the heck was that guy doing? Strange. Too late. It's fine, man. Thanks for dropping by. I've heard about Track Hat. I've never tried it. Is it a competitor to Track IR or is it a complementary device? I'm trying to remember because there is a Track IR is this combo, right? You have the camera and then you have this reflector. There is a device, like a third party, that focuses on the reflector part, I think, on the sense, on the thing you wear. But it might not be Track Hat. Competitor but cheaper, I see. Yeah, too humid. Definitely. What building is this? Oh, I think this is the Western Star here. Go past it, that's fine. Yeah, Track IR is a bit pricey, isn't it? I've never tried it though, so not much inputs from me. I went straight to Track IR, saved a pin for it, and went straight for it just to avoid all the hassles. Yes, we tried out the new ETS2 beta a while ago. I did not stay long in there. The new trailers look very nice, very promising. But there was something really strange with the cabin suspension that I really hated. It felt so unnatural, the way the cabin was bouncing. It felt so rigid. It felt artificial. So I think they're fine-tuning something with the physics, but at this point it's still very raw. So I think they'll have to do a lot more fine-tuning there. Oh, thanks, Freddy. I'll have a look. Nice. Underwhelmed by the Western Star after all the hype. Yeah, there are a lot of similar sentiments. I think it's quite basic at this point. Very basic offerings. I like the truck. But yeah, the config options are a bit limited. I think they didn't have enough time to explore the other options. So only a day cab is there. It's fine for me though. I'm not very particular about the specs or the config options. I like the basic look of trucks anyway, so that's fine with me. It's the more of an issue for me were the sounds. So the first thing I did was to mod it out and made Zmods mod compatible with it. Made Zmods DD60 series compatible with it. And after that I was good. I'm very easy to please. Give me a very basic truck with very nice models, textures. Even if it's just like one config option in there, I'll probably take it as long as you have nice sounds. Okay, step on it. Yeah, that's true. Instead of the cities, the highways, because you would probably be going over the highways more often than the specific city. If you modify a highway outside the city, that highway would probably be driven more on than actually people going into that city. There would probably be more people passing through it, going to other cities. Yeah, that's true. Hey, Emilia May. Welcome back. Doing good, doing good. Excited for the weekend. Was going on a bit of a shopping spree recently. I have to tone down my expenses. Have to rein it down a bit. But yeah, been doing a bit of retail therapy recently with all the sales and promotions happening in my area. Exactly. Sounds are super important for me too. As you guys can see, not very much a config kind of guy. I'm pretty happy with this like bare bones truck. Some would call it J-spec. Some would call it overly simplistic. But for me, I'm happy enough with it. Sometimes I get that urge to do a complicated config, but not often. I would oftentimes go for the simpler one. Because I mean, the truck will look super cool and that's nice, but you spend like 90, 95, 99% of the time inside the truck anyway. So you hardly see it. So it's not that important to me. But the sounds, you hear 100% of the time. So the sounds for me are critical. Clumsy spec, exactly. I'm not sure either, bot. I'm not sure either. I don't get it. They know of this for sure. I mean, they are aware of the complaints for sure. But I'm not sure if they're happy enough with how the sounds are that they don't treat it as a critical issue, or that they just don't have the capability of improving it at this point, which would be a bit doubtful, because if they have all these people making maps, I would be more than willing to pay for an official DLC which has realistic sounds, like a sound upgrade. Like you can say, some people don't really mind the sounds, and for them the default is okay and that's fine. But for those who want more, you can buy this DLC. So for me, instead of having like a map DLC, you can also have like a sound DLC. I would gladly pay for that, because that is more important to me. Even if it's a smaller map, I would much prefer a small map with the best sounds than the best map with ugly sounds. So I wouldn't be able to drive in that case. That's why I left ETS2 already. That's why I had to quit ETS2 a while ago. I could not survive with those sounds. That's true. Yeah, 1102. Okay, we're here. Kenny's our favorite, definitely our favorite in ATS. For me, I'm not so sure which one. They're all my favorite. I guess my favorite is the one whichever has the best sounds, basically. Oh, I like this place. Lots of tires. Especially when some modders have remixed the actual SCS sounds and made them so much better. That's very true, yeah. The sounds are all there already. I'm not saying the mixing is simple, but if they have such a huge team, then they could probably actually get someone or some people who are experts at it who can do the job. This might be a bad parking. Modder help them as a consultant. Yeah, maybe they can do like buy office sounds from him. Maybe he can be like a contractor doing it on a per sound basis, and then they would pay him for the services, like something like Fiverr. No, it doesn't have to be like a full-time employee. Because the IP license for the sounds are separate. But they are recording the sounds, aren't they? SCS? So they have the sounds already. But remixing them, I doubt that requires a different IP. Ah, finally we earned something. There you go. 26k, I'll take that. Yeah, so recording wise, I don't have any complaints. They record great. I mean, super crisp sounds. I think it's the mixing that's the problem. Because they did a great job here on this truck. Not the best. Like compared with Z-Mod or something. Still not that good, but good enough for default. So they can do it. Just have to put more effort into it, more priority, I guess. So yeah, let's see how that goes. Last 2 years before university. Ah. Well, good luck. Are you going for something like language? See. Same here, bot. Would happily pay that way. Mac has the best sound from SCS. Hey Sab. Thanks for joining. I didn't like so much the Mac sounds. That might be more of a taste thing. I tried to get into the default sounds for Mac. I did not like it so much. I don't know. I think it's the cutting off that I don't like. Like when you rev, the revs climb, but once you let go of the gas, it's like sudden cut. And it was a bit off for me, so I went with the T680. But yeah, I can imagine how other people like it. It's a taste thing. Good Volvo. More of that over a science person. Well, enjoy. Let us know what you end up getting. Thanks for the bit, Scripts. Final hurrah there. Well, anyway, thank you for joining me, guys, on this Friday morning for me. It's a bit bumpy in the beginning, but good tests overall. Nice to see what SCS is coming up with. Nice to see the risks they are taking, that they're not just sitting pretty. They're willing to risk destroying some things for the chance of making all those things much better. So let's give them our valuable inputs and steer them in the right direction. Right? So thank you guys. GG. Have a great weekend. I'll keep you posted on my shopping spree. And you keep me posted as well. Let's keep in touch in Discord. Thanks. Have a great night. Have a good day. Clumsy trucking. and bye-bye. Have a good one, guys. See you soon.